to Kara SAT Tutoring, the only tutoring in the world that provides free and high-quality SAT tutoring to low-income students. If you are a low-income student, head down to the link in the description below to look at the guidelines, and if you comply by those guidelines, if you are a registered low-income student according to those guidelines, you can successfully apply and get a high-quality SAT tutor who are situated globally, ensuring that any tutor can meet your needs, and moreover, they will be available 24/7. So, yet again, if you haven't heard it, here it is again: Kara SAT Tutoring, the only free tutoring in the world that provides free tutoring to low-income students. Now, this is the second video in the mini series that we have published. The first video was regarding a math question. If you haven't already checked that out, go click our channel and go to our channel and watch that math link. Watch that math SAT video out. In these videos, we will try to give you tips and tricks to solve questions and give you a little bit of the quality that goes back here at SAT Tutoring. Today we will only be doing questions 1 and 2, so we will cross out 3 and 4. Here's a disclaimer that these tests are officially released and have been officially released by College Board. So one of the tips to solve any question in the reading question in the SAT grammar section is to look at the context. The context becomes really important because it often supports the sentence. You can only have a good sentence as the ones that are preceding it, and it becomes important to look at the patterns or the trends that might be happening before the underlined sentence, just as important as it is to look at the underlined sentence itself. So in the first sentence, let's read: a subway system is expanded to provide service to a growing suburb. A bike sharing program is adopted to encourage non-motorized transport. Well, already you can see some sort of parallels here. Look, you have one entity, a big entity or something, and you have look, is expanded, is adopted. So that entity is taking on some sort of action. It's expanding. It's adopting. So we're gonna keep that in mind. Now we read the sentence: to alleviate rush hour traffic jams in a congested downtown area, stoplight timing is coordinated. So right now, we don't know anything, and we're just gonna look at the question. So this is the first question: which choice best maintains the sentence pattern already established in the paragraph? And this is one of the reasons why I tell my students to look at the context before, because questions such as these are very common, and it can really help you in not making silly mistakes in the SAT grammar section. So if we want to maintain the same pattern, then obviously whatever is right now is not the same pattern. Look, let's make a color system. It's green followed by a yellow followed by a brown. So where's my entity? Well, we don't see it in this sentence. There's nothing. There is no is, and there is no verb. So this cannot be it. Let's look at the second one: coordinating stoplight timing. Well, let's look at the first two sentences. Look, a subway system is expanded. A bike sharing program is adopted. So B is not it as well, because it doesn't follow the pattern of green, yellow, and brown, where green is the subject, yellow is the verb, and B is the action that the subject takes. Let's look at C. Stoplight timing is coordinated. Now this does look like the pattern. We have one subject, we have a verb, is, and we have this other verb. Now, this is not helpful in grammar general, but it is good to know. Is, right here, this is what we call an auxiliary verb. And auxiliary verbs are those verbs that help in the formation of is these verbs are used in conjunction. They're used with other verbs. So this is why we have two verbs here. And this verb just helps give meaning to this verb, because it wouldn't make sense to say stoplight, timing, coordinated. So C does look like a likely option. Now let's look at D. In a congested downtown area, where already off the bat we know this is not correct. So C must be the answer, and in fact it is. Let's look at the second question. So number one, we've done. Second question. When any one of these changes occur, it is likely the result of careful analysis conducted by transportation planners. So this time it looks like this is a, so right now this is a pronoun. This is a pronoun problem where sorry, not a pronoun, a subject verb agreement problem, where if you look at here, these things are changing, this is changing, or this is changing as well. So we might have that one or two of these elements are not in conjunction, they're not following the subject. So let's look at the sentence before this. When any one of these changes. So what is the subject of this verb? That's an important question, that whenever you see any sort of short fragmented sentence and you see one verb, it's always important to ask, what's the subject? What is the subject here? Well, is it changes? Is it changes? Well, no, it's not changes. It's when any one of these changes. So it's not the changes in general, it's any one in this. So imagine it like this. Imagine you have a big pot called changes. Okay, you have a lot of changes, you have a lot of stones here, okay? When I would say when any one of this stone, when any one of these stones runs, right? So when I'm talking about any one of these stones, now I have focused on a singular subject. So if this is singular, when any one, if this is singular here, then the verb has to be singular as well, which makes it occurs, not occur. And this is important. Do not do the SAT grammar section with your ear. If you do with the ear, it sounds very natural. When any one of these changes occur, it is likely the result of careful analysis. If you do it by the ear, your ear is not going to find these out, because these inconsistencies in grammars happen while we're talking so much that our ears just assume it's normal, even though it's not the conventional manner, the grammar pattern. So we have to be careful here and realize that the subject of this verb is this right here, not changes. When any one of those changes, there can be a million changes, but only one of them, when one of them occurs, so we can almost cross this out and say when one occurs. And now we can see the problem with it. And of course, this is correct, because if that is singular, you don't need to have they are. You can already have it is, because it is singular. So we come here to question number 2, and voila, we know A is wrong because it had occur. B is wrong, it had occur. C, this one is right, but we discussed it can't have they are because, again, the subject is singular, so this is wrong, leaving us with D, which is the right answer. Thank you for coming to this episode. This was a fairly lengthy one, but I hope you liked it. If you want more high-quality tutoring like this, and if you are a low-income student, head down to the link in the description below to find free SAT tutoring that is of high quality. We are global, and we provide 24/7 support. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment, and be tuned, and hit that bell notification to be updated for weekly videos. Thank you.